For FF12, you need to make sure that you are near the wall, and the distance from the wall will determine if you can make it into a launcher or not. If you are hitting the enemy at this distance, then cancel your RDS, then go for UB4 to make it into a tornado. And if you have heat left, then go for your F21 delayed 2 after that. If you are closer to the wall, then go for RDS D34 to activate the wall blast, or if you want a splat. Your UB4 will work either way. Now in this distance, it will become a splat. Now on a normal wall, then go for a single tornado, then F212. Take note that UB4 won't work with F212. So your only chance to make this into a launcher is on a normal wall, or if you will activate the floor blast with RDS D34. Similar with FF12, go for a single tornado and go for F212 if you still have the heat. Now if you don't have heat anymore, then transition to F21B and then hip 2. Or you could go for 1 and then DB1. You have 2 follow-ups for this one. On a wall, it's a regular wall splat. B for 1 and heat dash cannot be picked up, so just go for DB1 for maximum damage. If you don't want the enemy far away from you, then go for UB3, which will deal less damage, and also 3+4 down AOP, and then go for a roll for both options. You can also do it with UB4, which will make the enemy far away like DB1, but it deals the least damage. On a wall, this is a regular wall splat. Whichever you want. Similar to B41, AOP21 has the same mechanic. Just go for that, and the same with the wall combos. Now for hip 2, it can be picked up, so these are my recommended combos. Now on a wall, just go for your UB4. And realign if needed. But don't use your UB3 as I think it's bugged. So just go for your UB4. DB1 will give you the same combo mechanic. So just do that the same with hip 2, with no walls and with the wall. This will have a higher spin when activated with the dash, so you can do F4 if you want to. But on a wall, I suggest you just do the same thing with UB4. For the regular RDS 1+2/4, I recommend this. But don't do your F21B hip 2 as it will not work. So stick with your jab and then DB1. With your RDS heat smash, go for hip F3 while your enemy is on back turn instantly. If you wait, the enemy can still block your moves. For your regular heat smash, this can only be a launcher if you use it with a wall gimmick. This is for the wall blast. And this is for a balcony break. If you are at the back of your enemy, 1-2-1 is guaranteed as long as you have a good access. This will be great if you successfully sidewalked a traveling move by your enemy. With a hard wall break, you can re-splat the wall so the enemy's position will change. For 1+2, you could go for an FF3 pickup. Or if you don't have heat, if used in this distance and in this angle, then go for UB3. If used near the wall and you are near a wall break or a wall splat, then go for your F1+2. If you want a tornado, then go for F3-1-4. If you have your heat, then go for the heat burst. You can also do the same thing with UB3. With F4, you can hit confirm it with your B4-1. Without heat, don't input your 4 and then just go for your F2-1B, then hip 2. You can also do the same thing with your F1+2. If you have heat and your heat is getting low, go for the heat dash, then go for TB1. If your enemy is in back turn, then you can pick it up with FF3. When close to the wall, your DF3 will become a tornado and a wall splat. If you don't transition to AOP, try these combos. If you transition to AOP, then try these. For F1+2, just go with your usual wall combo enders. When the second hit connects, it will be a wall splat. On counter hit, it's gonna be an NC. This can splat sideways. For standing 3, here is the best follow-up. If you are behind the enemy, F3-1 will work. With DF1 and 1 down 2, you need to be at the back of your enemy and then input your RDS4. It's guaranteed. Here's 1 down 2. Similar with F4, you can do the same thing with DB3 and DB4 on counter hit. But in addition to that, you can also do your DF2-3 because F4 will only have a plus 13 advantage, while DB3 and DB4 will have a 14 frame advantage. With DF2-3, there's a high chance that it will splat on the wall and will stay longer. On the wall, it's just a regular wall splat. You know what to do. For B22, it will only be a combo, but if you make it into a natural combo and the first hit is a counter hit, then it can't be launched. But you can still do it when your first hit is a counter hit and then you delay it and then it becomes a counter hit as well. For this, go for these combos. If you are near the wall, you can pick it up with RDS D3-4. For B3, you have 4 follow-ups that you can do. B1+2 is a regular launcher, so you can do many things with it. With this one, I'll give you 3 examples. On certain angles, you can pick up your enemies with B1+2 and your tornadoes will still work. UB3 will put you in AOP, so please remember that. At the back of your enemy, go for AOP 1-4. If you need some distance, then you can play this up with this combo. UB4 is a wall splat, so just go for the usual stuff. With up 1+2 to 1, if it's a counter hit, it will be a guaranteed combo and it will wall splat. With UF2 on counter hit, if you transition to RDS, then sidestep, then go for a stream of RDS1. If you cancel your RDS, go for if you want to be risky, then go for B3. UF3 is a regular launcher, so just go for the usual stuff. UF4 and counter hit has so many pickups that you can do, so I'll just do them all. On a wall, instantly go for your UB4. If you transition to AOP, then go for your AOP 1-4. With UF 3+4, just treat it as a regular wall splat move. UF neutral 4 is a regular launcher, so just go for your usual stuff. Your FF1Z will have a plus 13, so you can follow it up with AUP 2-1. Of course, on a wall, this is a regular wall splat. FF1-3 is a wall splat move. For your FF1-4, it needs to be a counter hit, and you can either pick it up with your FF3 or a micro dash DB3. Near the wall, you can go for your F3-1-4 instantly. Or you could go for a UB4, but it won't be a tornado. FF2-1 is a regular wall splat. This can only be a launcher with a counter hit. On a wall, counter hit or not, you can do this combo. If the second hit is a counter hit, then just go for a safe pickup and then continue your combo. Just go for your UB4. For while running 3, the safest one would be this one. If you saw your while running 3 hit with a certain distance, pick it up with U4. Near the wall, this will be a splat, so just go for the tornado. If your enemy hits the wall while spinning, then do this. Or like this. This one on counter hit will become a launcher. But if you hold it on normal hit, then it will become a launcher when the opponent mashes. With a regular while standing 2, similar to 1 down 2 and DF1, RDS4 is guaranteed. This can be a launcher on counter hit. With this, if you are near the enemy, you could go for your while standing too. If you are far from the enemy, then go for your FF3. You could also go for your UB3. On regular hit, this is a natural combo and treat it as a wall splat. With the first hit being counter hit, you can do so many things with it. On counter hit, and with no walls, you have lots of follow-ups that you can do. On the wall, this is a wall splat. Near the wall and with heat on, you can go for this. But it won't activate your stage gimmicks. This is a regular launcher, so do either of these. This one's guaranteed follow-up is UB4. This is a regular wall splat. This has 2 follow-ups. Use this one if the angle is good. If the angle is not good, then pick it up with RDS2. But if you're already near the wall, then just go for a micro dash and then go for RDS1 too. This needs to be a counter hit, and it will be a wall splat. But if it is a counter hit on the second hit, then just go for your micro dash and then 3+4 as a guaranteed follow-up. But with a certain distance, it will go into high wall splat. Then you could do your tornado and then your wall combo ender. Treat it like DF3. This one's guaranteed follow-up is UB4. For a 2-step hip 3, just go for 3+4, but take note that this is not guaranteed on certain angles and distances. After 3 steps, this will become a launcher. On counter hit, you have a stun. On wall hit, this is just a regular splat. With this one, you have 2 pickups. I suggest you do the FF3 instead of TB2. This is just a regular wall splat. When you are at the back of your enemy, all 3 hits will be guaranteed. This can be a launcher at counter hit, and you have 2 follow-ups that are guaranteed. On counter hit, this is a stun. But on wall hit, this will splat. This can be a launcher on counter hit. And also this one. This is a regular launcher. This one has 2 pickups, but I suggest you go for your FF3 instead if you're still not comfortable. You have 2 options for pickup for this one. For this one, this is a regular splat. For Waning Moon and without the wall, go for this. If you are on the other side of the wall, then try this. On counter hit, you have so many pickup options for this one. But if you transition to AOP, then go for AOP 4. That's the only option that you can do to follow it up. This one is kind of hard, so I don't suggest using it. On a wall, this is going to be a wall splat, regardless if you transition to AOP or not. Outside the wall, here are the follow-ups.